welcome back to another episode of the Gradient League Pastel Edition. Joined again by Jogsaw playing Upton, Tyrannical Terror playing Madeline, and Passive Possum playing Horace. And we're joined by a new player this week, Steven. We will be introducing his character here shortly. Um, but as a bit of a recap, does anybody want to do the recap, or you want me to handle it?
I'll let
Ooh.
you take it. Unless someone
Okay.
else wants to.
All right. Well, last time, the three founding members of Team Gambit, scouted by the mysterious leader Mr. Tom, have been assigned their first job: steal the Saffron City Gym Leader's prized Pokemon. And thanks to the assistance of your information contact, a street rattata named Jimmy, Team Gambit has been introduced to the ins and outs of the criminal underworld known as the Syndicate League. You all attained counterfeit trainer IDs and set out to gather more intel for the job in order to get it underway. And in the process, Upton alerted the police in a mishap of him trying to capture a purloin who'd been rested on top of a car. Madeline was already out of sight. Upton hid in a multi-story car park, and Durst headed nonchalantly in the direction of the Pokemon Center. And I think that's where we will pick up. The last thing that happened was a policeman on a motorcycle rounded the corner and was heading in your all direction on the street you're all in. And so Durst, he sees you walking away from the situation. He can see that there's a car whose alarm's going off, flashers going, and he's going to drive up behind you and through a loudspeaker on the front of his motorcycle is going to command you to stop.
I'm gonna need about 5 minutes. Could we switch to a different scene, please?
Sure. Madeline, on your end, you hear the sirens going off, and this is actually what you were doing. We'll say that this is taking place just before the car alarm goes off over there where Upton had set it off. So you're scouting some of the storefronts out here. You were looking for a nice mark to rob. What sort of thing are you looking for in particular, or would you just like a description of what's around you?
I was looking for something not too secure, not like a jewelry store or something that would be looking.
Okay. I will say you'll find a there's going to be a small town like old style candy shop and ice cream parlor. You'll find one of those nearby on a strip of buildings on the block that you're on. You'll find a clothing store. There will be a Pokemon toy store that you'll see has quite a few Pokedolls through the windows. You can see them like that's what they've got set up on their window displays. Are various Pokedolls. You'll see a Pikachu. You'll see a what's another cute Pokemon you would see in the window of this toy store?
Ah, this is Kanta. There's a Growlithe.
There's a Growlithe. Okay. So yeah, you'll find those stores on this small strip that you're on. There are some other small ones, but they're mostly like investment firms or a law office. Not really
Not
shops,
somewhere that
but
would have a
just
cash
services.
register.
Right.
I guess I'm gonna try and break into the back of the uh little candy shop ice cream parlor.
Okay. So at about this time, as you round the building, it's still imagine that cold October air all night. You've got street lamps here and there, puddles throughout the alley. It smells bad back here, and you'll see the steam coming up from a sewer pipe. Um, you'll round through the alley to the back of the store, and about this time, you'll hear the crash of glass, and then a car alarm go off. What's your reaction?
I freeze immediately and start sprinting through the back alleys to where I think the hideout would have been.
Okay. All right. So you're immediately going to flee the scene towards
Yeah, no, I
base.
give up extremely easily.
Okay. All right. Immediately sprinting off. Um, you're going to be brushing past people here and there who are that same vein that Jimmy would fall under. You're going to see these people that are very clearly ne'er-do-wells. I almost said up to no good, and that would have been a little bit
They're
of a
very clearly all copies of Upton.
yeah, all copies of Upton. But no, they're the stereotypical. I'm gonna wear a leather jacket that's got too many zippers, and I've got my hair bumped up in the front so it hangs over one of my eyes, and there's gonna be some bad kids. They're smoking cigarettes, and um, you'll see some back alley deals going on as you're sprinting through, and a couple people will like catcall you as you run, um,
Flip a
making
guy
it.
off as he catcalls me and sprint past him like Mach 5 so that he doesn't even know that I did it, but I did it anyways.
Gastita, as you're running past, just hangs off your back and puts up their paw with no fingers, as if to do the same gesture. Uh, you over there, Upton, you've just set off the car alarm, and you're now running from the scene. You hid in a multi-story car park and began running in there. You're going to see that there are still plenty of cars here. People maybe working the night shift. Maybe this is just where they leave their car, but there's still a decent amount of vehicles in the car park. You're running in between. Uh, I'd say it's probably only 3 stories tall. Which story do you hide on?
Probably first story. Just like nearest thing to hide behind. It's like just hide and wait for the heat to die down.
Okay, all right. Possum, are you available?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So at this time, this is when the policeman on the motorcycle rounds the corner and begins speeding up behind you. He's going to command through his loudspeaker on the front of the motorcycle for you to stop.
Boris will stop.
He'll kill his sirens, hit the kickstand, and go ahead and step off of his motorcycle and say, "Excuse me, did you see what happened here?
No.
You're telling me you were just walking across and you didn't see anything.
Yep.
Sir, what are you doing out here?"
Walking to the Pokemon Center.
You walked right past that vehicle that has a busted out window and the siren's going off, not 30 feet away. You're telling me you didn't see anything.
Well, it wasn't originally like that.
He's going to blink at you and say, "Sir, did you break the window?"
No.
Do you know who did break the window?
Nope.
You roll me a guile check for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, he knows. You're
He
going to
knows.
say, nope. And he's going to look at you and say, "Sir, I'm going to need you to come with me."
What is he gonna know? I'm not lying.
Hey, you
I
are.
really. How am I lying?
You watched Upton break the window.
I was walking along. I heard the glass shatter, and I
You were
came running back.
you were chasing after Upton to scare off the purloin.
Fine. Let's continue this. Follows officer.
He's going to lead you over to the motorcycle and reach for his radio. He's going to speak into it and say, "Yeah, I've got an instance of vandalism here. We've got a man. Sir, what's your build? How tall are you? I forgot. I remember you're a big
Nope.
dude, but how tall are you?"
Like 6'1".
Okay. He's gonna say male, 6'1", trying to hide it, but gonna need someone to come down here to help with questioning. And he'll hang up the radio and say, I do see a way out of this for you. Otherwise, I I think you're gonna be spending a couple nights in jail unless you got the money to get yourself out on bond. Because
Seeing as I am innocent, I think I'll be fine.
let's stick with the facts, right? I've got a car over there with a broken window and a car alarm going off, and you're the only person within spitting distance of this vehicle, and you say you didn't see anything, despite that being arm's length away from you. Now, as I came around the corner, the scene was painted pretty clearly for me here. And you say you didn't see anything, you didn't do anything. I can clearly tell you're lying at least on one of those things. So, sticking with that alone, you're going to jail. Unless you might be interested in a little bit of work.
Horace will squint.
You know, we get a lot of ruffians like you around here. Upstarts, nothing but street thugs. It's part of the business, you know? Let me ask you this. You ever heard of the Lin family?
We have
Yes, but will Horace remember the name?
probably not. I don't know. Was he even there for that conversation?
I don't believe he was. So I'm gonna say nope.
Well, Xiang Lin is the man who runs Saffron City. And I think it might be beneficial for you if you'd like to hold on to your freedom if you did a little bit of work for Chiang. Mr. Lin is a very respectable man. He won't be doing anything too rash. Just some courier services, if you're interested.
What, got like a letter?
Of sorts, more like a parcel.
Let's see. And what is this parcel?
A package for you to deliver, by definition.
Horace will slowly blink.
He's gonna wait for your answer. He seems very calm and collected about it. And clearly he sees that you're weighing your options, maybe even playing a little dumb. And he's just going to wait on you to tell him your decision.
Very well. Where is it?
All right, well, first, I think what we've got to do is get on a first name basis here. You've been to any places recently that would give you a trainer's license?
Can I just produce my trainer's license?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do that then.
All right. He's going to write down the trainer ID off of it. That trainer ID being 83540. He's going to write that down and then pick up his radio again and say, cancel that. We've got a new suspect. I think we found who did it. The man here, he suffered a temporary lapse in memory thanks to a blunt strike to the head. All covered here. And they're going to hang up the radio. You'll hear like another voice come through, giving. Oh, they're almost going to say something cryptic, and it doesn't seem to pertain to anything. And it's just going to be something nonchalant, like wonderful weather we're having, something like that. And you can clearly tell that more than just this guy is in the pocket of the Lin family.
Oh man, that's not good. That's actually rather bad.
All right. So, if this is the case, you're gonna work for me. What is?
Where
I'm
are we
sorry.
going now then?
Oh, we're not going anywhere. I'm going to give you a pickup point. You're going to go there, grab it, and you're going to deliver it to a specified location that I give you within 7 days. And I think we'll be square. If not, cut your trainer's ID.
Gonna turn you into Square Man.
No.
His name is going to be Officer Jibbs. You'll be able to see that on his name tag. He's going to write down, as if he's like filling out a ticket. He's going to write it all out, and he's going to give you an address. You're going to be given an address that, not being from Saffron, you don't know where this is. And then a drop-off address, which is going to be listed as Pewter City. There's going to be an address in Pewter that you're being tasked to deliver something.
If only we knew a guy who lived in Saffron City and knew where all the streets were.
We're gonna have to help Jimmy.
By getting in trouble with the same mafia that's trying to kill him.
Officer Jibbs is gonna hop on his motorcycle, tip his police cap to you, and he'll speed off in the opposite direction, leaving you in the middle of the street with the flashing lights from the car, glass shattered. Upton, you saw the police lights up from the story that you're on, and sort of peeking over, you'll see that Durst was talking to the police officer. You'll get there right as soon as he hands what you're assuming to be a ticket, a citation to Durst, and then he's going to hop on his motorcycle and leave. It appears the
Real
coast is
quick,
clear. Yes.
if Officer Jibbs has already left, is it just me and Upton next to this cart?
Upton, you don't actually see Upton. So do you have Roll20 open?
I do, yeah.
Okay. So you can see where you're like on the northern side of the map. Upton is hiding over in this car park on the left side of the street.
Okay, that was my issue. I was too zoomed in. Well, let me. Can I roll a perception check real quick to see if I am the only one on this street right now?
Sure.
Right. Let's see what we get.
We'll do that contested by Upton's stealth, because I know that Upton is trying to hide, not necessarily from you, just generally being stealthy.
All right. Roll my stealth.
Okay.
Man,
So
just barely under.
yeah, just barely. So Durst, with your 7, you'll look up and you do see Scoop. Actually, you'll see his little reporter hat and little beady eyes from the Solosis peering over the side of the railing, and just to the left of it, you'll see like a quick shift of hair as Upton ducks back down. So you do know Upton is up in the car park. You don't see anybody else. You are the only other person here.
Hmm. Horse is gonna squint up at Upton, and then he's gonna look back over to the car with the window smashed in. He's gonna start peeking around inside the car.
Okay. After peeking around, you will. The alarm is still going off. Looking around inside, you'll find a jacket, some loose papers, some trash, soda cans, that sort of thing. Actually, no. This would have had to have been a higher quality vehicle, as I was corrected as to how common car alarms were in the 80s. This is going to be a very high quality Japanese import vehicle. Yeah.
Hmm.
So inside, it is actually going to be
Hello.
pristine. You won't find anything out of the ordinary. You'll look in the glove compartment and in the center console. You'll find some loose papers, um, insurance papers, stuff like that.
Well, nothing worth taking. I
All right.
shuffle my way out of the vehicle, and I guess, can I head over to Upton?
Yeah. Upton, would you have started to come down by now?
Yeah, probably because I saw the police walk away, so I'm gonna just kind of be walking over there. Little false bravado on, acting like I didn't just almost get my buddy arrested.
All right. So the two of you will meet back up at the base of the car park. And what do you say to each other?
At this point, Durst has just been like deadpan staring Upton for the past minute and a half.
Yeah, I'll admit that wasn't my best idea.
You think?
Unblinking like a frog.
I've had some bad ideas, but that was up there.
Where'd Madeline go?
Good question. No idea.
Contact each other when we're separated, do we?
Can
You do not.
Can I
Cell
start?
phones do not exist yet.
Nope.
Can I look around for ye old campfire to start sending out smoke signals to find my missing party member?
You talk through Morse code on a neon sign. All right. Well, the two of you not being able to find Madeline, I'll say you'll do a sweep of the city block, and you won't find anything. She wouldn't have came out. What would you do from here?
Looks to Upton.
Let's head back to. She might have gone back to somewhere familiar where she could hide.
Okay.
Maybe the hideout, maybe, or that old diner that we went to. We haven't been that many places around here.
I did say out loud where I went to.
I don't know, but we didn't hear it though. Some
Yeah, okay.
reporter boys deducing it. like,
Okay. So
let's
the
start.
two of you.
Let's start with hideout, and then go from there if she ain't there.
Okay. The two of you will head back in the direction of the hideout, and Madeline, you will have of course, beaten them there, heading down inside and hiding out in the large room where there's a bunch of computer actuators lining the walls. This was an old computer manufacturing building. You'll hide out down there, and you'll hear a door open upstairs, and two sets of footsteps. And in comes Durst and Upton.
I'm out of breath, panting, like hunched over because I've just sprinted the whole way in high heels. I hear the door open, I squeak, and I duck behind a computer,
Hey, but that's a
like
feat, though.
fully expecting to get arrested.
The two of you, as you enter down, you'll see Madeline duck behind some cover, make a noise, and you did find her. You found where she had decided to run off to.
What are you doing down there?
I thought I was gonna get arrested.
Why would you think
What
that?
are you doing down here? Why did you,
The three of you will hear a door
what
open.
the hell happened?
Oh,
Hmm?
door.
Durst
I got
will.
that.
I'm gonna yelp. Do you guys think I'm gonna yelp and hide behind something?
Durst
Exactly.
is gonna squat down for a second, reaching inside his boot. He's gonna draw his boot knife.
All right. The three of you will hear a slow, patient set of footsteps upstairs and then approach a staircase leaning down to where you are. Sounds like they've got dress shoes on as the clacks echo throughout the silent building. And a very short and portly man will emerge at the base of the staircase. And Stephen, could you introduce what your character looks like?
So my character, his name is Ashton Firth Dean Harblegrave III. He is a 5'2", 210-pound, 53-year-old man. Very well dressed. He definitely looks like he came from money. Yeah, very well dressed. Very snooty looking.
Okay. So yeah, you'll see this bowling ball shaped
Second
man.
tallest member of Team Gambit.
Say again?
Am I the second tallest member of Team Gambit?
Yes.
Oh.
The hell are you?
Here.
Oh, sir, I dare say I am the most important person in this room at this moment. And who, pray tell, are thee?
I heavily disagree with you on that.
Oh, come now, young
But
lady.
you tell, young lady.
Durst is gonna get out of the way of this, as he will now proceed to enjoy the show of two egos clashing against each other.
I'm gonna have my camera ready, just waiting for the fight to break out. Just like, all right, I'm ready. Go.
I very well think that maybe you should say who you are first, as you have just waltzed in here like you own the place.
Madam, I'll have you know that my name is Ashton Firth Dean Hobblegrave III of the wonderful Canto Power Company, as it previously was.
You don't know.
We're really bad at keeping our criminal hideout under wraps. None of us have like attacked him or anything. Just had like a weird
I'll just be like,
brawl.
so what are you doing here?
Um,
Frankly,
You're
I
going
feel
to.
like
I
I'm on
asked that.
oh,
a bit of a fool's errand, but I thought I would
Sure.
come and introduce myself regardless.
So as you all are bickering amongst yourselves, you're going to hear a voice come over the intercoms on this dilapidated building. It's strange. It doesn't seem like the electricity would even be on besides these fluorescent lights that you've got, but surely there has been wiring enough to be able to feed the intercom system. And what you'll hear throughout is going to say, "He is one of you. One of us."
That's it.
oh,
I see.
oh.
Well, you heard the man.
Why didn't you open with that?
with a deep
You can
sigh.
clearly tell I'm wearing the uniform of the team. If you just said, hey, I like your uniform, I'm on the same team.
I would never find myself stuck in such horrible rags.
I quite think it looks lovely on me, but
So if you're done measuring the size of your boots, so
is that what you call it from where you're from?
ma'am, I have a lot worse to say, but not in the presence of a lady. Now then, what do you bring to this outfit?
I bring my skills as a businessman.
Hmm,
Our esteemed guest here has plenty of contacts to help us with our task. I understand that, Upton, you were unable to fulfill Jimmy's side of the bargain. He is still indebted, and
So this
I
is kind of dumb.
and I think that Jimmy could be a valuable member to us in the future. And I think we found
Pokemon dumb in front of him.
a new member to get that money for Jimmy.
We get a retry. I fully accepted that he was dead.
All right,
hmm.
guess we're going.
That is orders directly from the top. We don't really
Horace,
have a say.
Horace is gonna deeply sigh and sheath his boot knife. His shoulders are gonna slump. One was enough. Now we got two of them.
I'll pat him on. It's like, there.
Don't touch
That's
me.
Now you know how I feel.
Do
I
lead
know
the way,
her.
my good chap.
I know her.
We love Mr. Tom.
Our current advisor. Think we can get the personality here? Jeez.
He intimidates me slightly. Why did you call your Solosis dumb in front of him? You
What?
don't know if he's going to
You
take
don't know
offense
any
to that.
moves. Once you
Okay,
got it.
well, I'm not disagreeing that he is dumb. I
So
just feel like we should all be a little more intimidated of the boss than we're acting.
Ashenfirth, you'll continue to hear this bickering between the younger members of the team, where Durst is just going to begin walking back towards the racket room with you in tow. The other two behind you, still arguing with each other over petty things, and over time, um, you'll be out on the streets of Saffron. Is there anything that you say to the other team members, and
Saffron
vice
City.
versa? Do the other team members say anything to Ashtonfirth?
Probably
We
still
already
miss.
started out on a bad foot, so I've just got my arms crossed. I am standing as far from the group as possible, which, like, on this narrow little sidewalk is not very far. I'm like almost brushing my shoulder against the passing buildings, trying to be all broody and make my displeasure known. But I'm not
Uh,
saying anything directly.
Ashton Firth is just like pushing everybody away from him, so he has like a good berth on the sidewalk,
All right.
Shoving
God, this is gonna
Mum-
be interesting.
mumbling something about commoners.
little Timmy comes walking by, and you're like,
Get off of my way, you filth.
Knocked crushed out from underneath him.
I woke up kind of beside and be like, well, welcome to the team, bud.
The pleasure is all mine.
Well, yeah. So
You all will make it to the diner, and head inside. And sitting at the table, Denise will walk over to you all and say, "Can I take your order?"
yes,
I
please.
stare at
Mine-
Forrest.
I would like 2 dots and a dash, cooked in axle grease, with a belly warmer with whiskey down the alley.
Okay.
Oh, before you get that for him, could you point me to the bathroom?
Yes, of course. And anything else for the rest of you? Ashenford, this is definitely not your dining fare. This is like a common like retro diner.
Just a water for me, my dear. Thank you.
Is tap fine?
Do you have ice?
Yeah, we have ice.
Yes, please. Thank you.
She's just going to shoot a dirty look over to
Please,
Madeline and
yes,
walk
amen.
away. After a couple of minutes of sitting, she'll come back with the food, place the glass down on the table, and hand you the key, Madeline, and say, "Restrooms down on the right."
Is the restroom down on the right?
Horace will squint.
The
Is he pretty-
restroom is on the left.
Nice.
Horace will squint. That's code. That's code for bad things are afoot.
Opposite.
No, it isn't.
Opposite.
Code that bad things are not afoot.
Yeah, that's the code that the coast is clear.
hand.
Oh, I
If
thought
she-
it was left.
If she tells you that the restroom is actually where it is, that is her saying that the coast is not clear. If she tells you that it's on the opposite side, then the coast is clear.
I'm about to get us caught by the police.
I accepted this as reality a long time ago.
You'll all get up.
I
And Ashton
realize
first.
I look around at the table, realize that I am surrounded by men, and sigh and go, "Could you all come with me?"
I'll shovel as much food as I can into my mouth as we're leaving for the thing. It's like, hold on. I'm coming.
Ashton first. You've been asked to visit the restroom with Madeline.
May I inquire why?
Just you know, need some company in there.
Come on, it's
Just-
time for
just
girl
come-
talk.
Come with me. Don't ask anything, please.
Horace is gonna stand up and start making his way over to the bathroom.
Get you
I
fire
grab
time.
his arm and pull him back over to the right.
As
Fire time,
the
back up.
as the door is approached, Ashton Frith, you'll see that there is an out of order sign on the front of it, and Madeline will turn the key, open it up, and then down or in the room is a stairwell that leads down.
I have no idea how we got away with that.
The four of you will enter, close the door behind, lock it, and then head in to the racket room. Immediately, you'll feel that same synth music that's coming through. There's still that Loudred DJ that's down here, and you will see Jimmy sitting at a booth. He seems to be stirring a glass of water with his finger and looking down into it. Dizzy is next to him. Both heads of the bird Pokemon are resting on the table, and you can see that he's sitting by himself.
So you look sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey there, Jimmy. We're back.
Jimmy's gonna sit up and say, "Oh, hey, Upton. What's up? I didn't think you guys would be back tonight."
Turns out we actually have 4 members instead of 3. You only needed the prize money for 3, right?
He's going to look at all of you and then have this look of excitement on his face and say, "Yeah, you're the battler?" Pointing towards Ashton first.
Is this something I'm supposed to know about from beforehand?
No, he's just asking if you're going to be participating.
Anything.
I lost track. Yes, I believe that is what I'm here to do.
Oh, remarkable. Oh, and Mr. Tom did say that there would be 4 people. I was confused last time when you guys showed up with 3, so this makes a lot of sense. Oh, do you think you can win just one battle? You just got to win one battle.
See,
That's
our
like a
friend
bullshit.
Jim. I realize I said friend, cringe a little bit, and continue on. Our friend Jimmy here, he's in a bit of hot trouble with a local organization, and may have needed our help to get out of it with our prize money from the Pokemon battles that they run sort of illegally down here. But 2 of us succeeded in getting that prize money. One of us, I glare at Upton, may have fallen a little flat.
Yes, exactly what Madeline said. So all you just need to do, because I still got to get you your license and everything. All you just got to do is win just one battle. And I mean, technically, even if you lose, you still get your license, but I do die in the process. So, if you could just, not lose, then I think it's a win-win for the both of us.
I think I can handle that, sir.
Oh, remarkable! I like you already. And he's going to rush over to the bookie and slide some money through the glass window to Louise, and say that he's putting it all on you. And she's going to ask, name.
Ashton Firth Dean Hobblegrave III.
She's gonna look at you with a bit of confusion and say, "Can you spell that?"
He's gonna like condescendingly
How
hold
do
out
you
his hand for
remember
the
it
paper and
every
the pen,
time?
put it down himself.
She'll just slide the paper like a clipboard through to the other side.
He'll fill it in super fancy cursive.
It'll also ask for what Pokemon you'll be entering with.
And I'll write down Gregory's information.
Awesome. Okay. Well, the rest of you will circle around, and that announcer woman will come back out. The one with the mohawk, she's wearing a bunch of leather. Still going strong after a night of screaming. And going to call out the newest battler here to try and get his license in the Racket League is Ashton Firth, and she's gonna squint, and you can tell she's having a hard time reading the cursive. And
Pepperdash.
she'll sort of trail off, like whenever she goes, Ashton Firth, and that'll be it. She won't say the rest of it. And Greggy.
Ooh, these are sticking around.
Ashton Firth just like rolls his eyes.
And you'll have an opponent that's going to step out. Who didn't get to come up with a character design last time?
I came up with the like Minnesotan dad type.
Yeah,
Who
Lonnie.
came up with Winston Churchill?
That one was Possum.
I think I came up with one, but I don't remember which one.
I think you came up with well, screw
I
it.
know I named John.
Yeah. Come up with. Oh no, you came up with the traditional punk looking one.
Yeah.
And
But I don't
I
remember his name.
don't think Possum's other character, because he had also come up with one that was just like a normal dude who's kind of like. Yeah, Possum, I'll let you tell us what a character looks like that steps out on the other side of Ashton Firth here.
A real blue collar gentleman. Nice slacks, pressed shirt, shoes, polished, hair clean cut and short, mustache perfectly styled. This is the epitome of the average working man.
It's just
Like
Durst.
a
He's on the
deodorant
other side.
advertisement.
All right. And what is this person's name? Jogsaw.
Larry.
Larry. Okay. So Larry is going to step out,
He
and
actually
Larry.
looks like a cable guy.
Yeah, he works as a TV repairman. He must be legally distinct. Lawrence, the TV repairman, will stand across from you, and he is the exact opposite of Ashton Firth. Everything that Ashton Firth stands for, this guy is the person who would be under your boot. Out he throws.
Mainly
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
metaphorical battles.
Yes. Okay. Out he throws this small purple fluff ball with big bug red eyes and two little antennae coming off at the top. And it's going to have this weird, like, whisper chittering sound that it makes, like. And you'll see the small bug Pokemon sitting in front of him. And Lawrence is going to say, "Let's go ahead and get to it."
Oh my.
I don't care who you are, let's battle!
Oh.
Stylistic.
That's going to be some sort of catchphrase or something. Okay.
Yeah, it was like Durst against some punk kid. Upton against a well-to-do dad. Madeline against the British. And Ashton against the poor working class. Really, they say something about our characters. I don't know what. They say something.
Why
So-
is that? I really suck at battling right now.
What we're going to do first is I would like to say this one is going to be a league sanctioned battle for the sake of the racket room. This is they do hold themselves to a higher standard than just simple street battles. So even though they are in an illegal battling ring, they still do have a level of rule system and respect that they have for fellow trainers. So this is going to be a league sanctioned battle. For the most part, it's essentially going to be just the Pokemon participating in it. If you have anything as a trainer that would not be directly interfering in the battle, then you can use it. So you can't go in and punch the other Pokemon and try and add some extra damage. You can't do something that would give your Pokemon an additional direct buff through like items or something. But if it's something like everyone has training as a feature at character creation, you could use your training feature that is still legal. You are technically just giving orders to your Pokemon that gives it an effect through that. So that's fine. But you can't do things that directly interfere with the match. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So starting off, what is Gregory's speed? And can you describe for us what Gregory is when you throw him out?
It's 5.
Speed is 5. Okay.
And so Ashton Firth will like nonchalantly like roll the Pokeball onto the ground, and out pops this big like he's 2'7" tall. This big like gray rocky looking dude with a big horn on his face. And this is Gregory.
Half
He
as
is a
tall as you
Rhyhorn.
are.
Ooh.
All right. Well, first up is going to be this enemy Pokemon. Would you say that Ashton Firth has a pretty decent knowledge of Pokemon?
I would say relatively. He probably looked at Pokemon a lot in his youth.
Okay. Can you do me a Pokemon education check? We'll see if you can identify this before we actually start the match.
This beats.
6.
Okay. All right. You will acknowledge this to be a Venonat. You will know at least the name, and you know that it's a bug type Pokemon. You don't know much else aside from that. But Lawrence is going to call the bug type Terror. What is this Venonat's name?
Nathan, but it's spelled with a G.
Okay.
So it's spelled like Nat.
Ha! Aha!
Okay.
Okay,
Nathan,
that's
I
pretty
get it. That's clever. All right. So Nathan is going to be up first, and Lawrence is going to command Nathan. Nathan, go ahead and use your foresight ability. Know what he's going to do next. And you'll see his eyes begin to glow even more of a vibrant red, and then sort of stay that way. And there's this resonant hum of like a coming from Nathan as he's sitting and staring at you across the ring. And it's going to be over to Gregory's turn.
All right. And Gregory is going to use Tail Whip to shake his stubby little tail at Nathan.
You will have to try and get up closer. Are you looking at Roll20 right now?
Yes. All I see is the alleyway.
Oh, I need to
It's
move
not
you guys over.
changed.
That's my bad. There we go.
Hell yeah.
So you've got a little bit of a ring here, Ashton Firth. You've got. Do you see the outline of everything just before
Yep,
we?
yep.
Cool. Okay. So you do have an overland speed over in your capabilities, and that is how many squares you can move in a single turn.
Range says burst 1 friendly.
Okay. So if it's burst 1, it's every adjacent square to the user.
Okay, so I have to be right about.
Yep. And you do have access to grab and move around Gregory too.
Okay.
Just shy.
Yeah, no, all my other stuff is 1 range, so guess that'll be it.
Okay. All right. It's gonna be back over to Nathan's turn, and you will see that that Nathan's feelers will begin to vibrate more, and Lawrence will say, "That's it, Nathan. You already knew. We do this combo all the time, man. We're gonna use supersonic." And the Venonat is going to fire off this distortion radio sound that is going to come over towards Gregory. And we'll see if that hits. What is Gregory's evasion stats over in the box on the right for speed? But what do you see on your side? Just so we have this stated.
1.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nathan was able to get he met the AC of 6. He rolled a 10. Subtracting the 6 from the AC, that leaves 4 remainder. We'll compare that to your speed evasion. 4 being greater, it is going to hit. So Gregory is now confused, and what that means for Gregory, at the beginning of your turn, a confused target must roll a save check. On a roll of 1 to 8, the confused target hits itself using a typeless physical struggle attack as a standard action and may make no other actions this turn. This attack automatically hits and deals damage as if it's resisted 1 step. On a roll of 9 to 15, you can act normally, and on a roll of 16 or higher, you are cured of confusion. So for now, you are confused, but it is back over to Gregory's turn. Nathan is going to stay still where he's at, still sticking pretty close to Lawrence. So just roll me a flat d20. You can find the dice on the left bar over on the side to roll 20. Yeah. Okay. And immediately with a 16, you break out of confusion. It's almost like Gregory, he just shakes it off. Doesn't affect him at all. And so what does he do on his turn now?
Excellent. So he's going to roll up here, and he's going to do Tail Whip.
Cool. And your tail whip will land. It's going to lower Nathan's defense 1 combat stage. And Lawrence will say that, he'll say, "Nathan, he's in close. Go ahead and hit him with your tackle attack." Very close to a critical hit. So he is going to hit you with the tackle. That is going to be 15 damage minus your defense. His ability, Tinted Lens, the user's resisted moves are instead neutral. The user's doubly resisted moves are instead resisted. So because of that, your rock type does not resist this normal type tackle. So it's just going to be 15 minus your defense as the damage that is dealt to you.
My defense is 10, so 5.
Okay. And it's back over to Gregory.
Gregory is going to use Fury Attack.
And that'll hit.
Do I need to roll for each attack?
I do not believe so. Let me just double check for 5 strike. I think it's already factored in. Whenever a move with 5 strike is used, roll 1d8. On a result of 1, the attack hits 1 time. On a result of 2 or 3, the attack hits 2 times. On a result of 4, 5, or 6, it hits 3. 7, it hits 4. 8, it hits 5. So roll me 1d8. 5. Which was hitting 3 times. Multiply the move's damage base by the number of times hit. That becomes its new damage base. Okay. So you'll see base damage is actually 2. So normal DB is going to be 2, and you'll multiply that by 3 for the sake of this one, so making it 6.
Okay. And then just roll the damage.
Yep. 25. Big hits. 25 minus their defense that has been lowered from that. You do a whopping 18 damage to this thing. And it's going to be back to Nathan's turn. And Lawrence is going to say that you've fallen right into our trap. I bet that was your strongest move, wasn't it? Well, now it ain't going to be used no more. Go ahead and use Disable. And the Venonat is going to set off this like black lightning effect as Gregory pulls back from the attacks, and Nathan will envelop Gregory in this crackling black lightning. He has been disabled. He is not able to use that move for the rest of the scene.
I appreciate that he's like explaining every single action that he takes. It's a
And it's
very
gonna be back.
tutorial type of fight.
Yeah. What is Gregory going to do on his turn now?
So Gregory, after Ashton Firth spits in Lawrence's direction, Gregory is going to use Horn Attack.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oof.
So you rolled a 3. AC is 2. So if he has an evasion of 2, you'll miss. He only has an evasion of 1. And in PTU, meets beats. So this actually will land.
Hey.
So 24. 24. You'll deal 17 damage total to Nathan. Nathan's going to try and hit you with another tackle attack. That'll hit for 19 minus 5. Oh, wait. Is your defense 5 or is it 10?
Oh, it's 10.
Okay. So 19 minus 10. My bad. And back to Gregory.
Gregory is going to slap Nathan with another tail whip.
All right. That'll hit. And lowering his defense another combat stage, Lawrence will say, "You see, buddy, there's a thing you need to know about specific Pokemon types. You see, bug-type Pokemon aren't really tanky at all. They don't very much have high defense stats. So your tail whip ain't really doing you much on in terms of trying to win this battle. You understand?" You're just gonna stare at him from across the
Ashton Firth is just fuming at the mouth.
Well, all right. Well, go ahead and use your tackle attack for 17 physical damage. And back over to Gregory.
All right. And Gregory will hit him with another Horn Attack.
Meets beats.
All right.
26. All right. With this, that'll be the exact amount of damage that it takes to knock out Nathan. The horn attack, as it lands, is going to send Nathan flying back into the chest of Lawrence. His feet are going to be like smoking as he's skidding backwards, holding on to his Pokemon. And he's going to say, "That's a mighty hit there, Gregory. Good job." And he'll walk across the stage and extend his hand to you. Say, "If you never need your TV repaired, I'm a bit of the cable guy."
Ashton Firth is going to pull out his handkerchief and put it over his hand before shaking his hand.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want.
God.
You don't know what kind of germs I've been rolling around in, have you, Ashton Firth? The answer's dead bodies, and he's gonna walk away.
Honestly, I expected worse.
What? Huh? What?
You know,
What kind of TV repair are you doing, sir?
sometimes it's better not to ask questions.
Jimmy is going to be standing on the table you guys are sitting in. He has taken off his shirt and he is spinning it around above his head.
I'm just like looking down, like covering my eyes slightly, and I have my hand over Gafita's.
He's going to yell down at you, "I'm not going to die!"
Your mic peaked so
Yeah.
hard just then, buddy. I'm sorry.
He's
He's
gonna
just
yell out mosquito noises.
he's going to yell that he's not going to die.
Yeah, put your shirt on.
Yes, how
Oh,
wonderful
yeah,
for
sorry.
all of us.
I'm gonna put it back up. Well, yeah, we gotta go get you we gotta go get you your license. But hold on, and you're gonna see him like basically girlishly skip over towards the bookie and collect his money, and he's gonna immediately begin counting it and walk you guys back towards Hackman's room. And as you enter, you'll see that Hackman still has the 2 straps over with the desk that basically is just like shoulder mounted with a big bulky laptop on it, and he'll already be typing everything up. And he's going to say, yes, I heard the results. Name, please. Just as I told the others, whatever name you choose is going to be the name that shows on your license. So if you're wanting to keep a cover, keep that in mind before you do this.
Oh, no need, sir. My name is Ashton Firth Dean Hobblegrave III.
You'll see that he'll type all that up, and he's going to say, yeah, your family used to run the power company down in Fuchsia, huh?
That is correct.
Strange to see you
Thank you
down
for the
here.
reminder. No bad
Is
memories now.
Just continue typing, not really say anything, and then say, yeah, what do you want your trainer ID to be? You can choose any 5-digit number to be your trainer ID.
77643.
Region of origin,
Kanto.
and you'll hear the rapid typing of everything, and then the sharp buzzing of a printer coming out the side. And he'll take this piece of hard plastic, still warm, and hand it over to you. And you will see that there is a picture of you mid-battle. It's going to be the scene that you were looking super, super angry when Lawrence was trying to teach you about Pokemon battles. They got a perfect picture of you in that moment. And then your
Excellent.
name, region of origin, and trainer ID.
Perfect. And he will put that in his breast pocket.
Jimmy will be laying on this conference table and just sort of swinging his legs off the side. He seems to be just mumbling to himself, but he's got this big old smile. Dizzy is dancing to the music outside, one head bobbing while the other one is up, and then just changing direction both sides.
Nice.
Doing the Peanuts dance.
Yeah. All right. So all of
We're
you,
back in the racket, huh?
yeah, you're back in
Can I-
racket room.
Can I like? So all of the trainers on our side stood in like the same spot generally.
Yeah.
Can I like look at my the picture on my trainer ID and try and see where the picture was taken from if I was standing there?
So funny thing, on all of your images, it seems the picture was taken from a different angle each time.
Interesting. And I didn't have my mask in the picture.
You did not have your mask in the picture, even though you were wearing it.
Why is this spooking me? Why is it? It's not spooky. It's not spooky. It's normal and explainable and normal, and I'm not spooked.
Dang Pokemon DMV ghosts.
Can you imagine dying and becoming a Pokemon DMV ghost?
Oh,
Straight to
You
hell.
failed your driver's test.
there's some fates worse than death.
You're taken.
Okay. So everybody, you've all four got your trainer IDs. You have temporarily saved Jimmy. Jimmy did say that this would just get him through to the next month. But that side quest is temporarily on hold. He's got the money that he needs to survive. He's not going to die tomorrow. And you have a couple of open things to you. You still have your main objective. What would everyone like to do from here? You're still pretty fresh with each other. Keep in mind this is still the first night for you all, and I would say that dawn is approaching pretty quickly. We'll say it's about like 5 a.m. at this point. So people are starting to wake up, and you can see that the racket room is thinning out a little bit.
We haven't even gone to sleep yet.
You haven't gone to sleep yet.
Well,
Same room.
I'm hitting the hay, and Horace is gonna go find somewhere to just like curl up and pass out.
Okay. Are you going to
Okay,
sleep in the
fine.
racket room?
Will they allow us to sleep in the racket room?
You haven't asked.
Oh yeah, where do we sleep?
Well, you have trainer IDs. So
We do
the
have. There's a
Pokemon.
Pokemon Center.
Yeah, the Pokemon Center will give
Oh.
you free lodging. You do have your hideout, and on earning money, you can buy other property. You of course can't do that currently, but in the future, that is an open option.
We're here.
Methinks it's
While
time
we're
to.
still here around Jimmy, I wanna bring up like what happened after the car alarm went off and I sprinted and did not look back.
Jimmy will say, that was pretty smart of you. Yeah, I don't mess around with the fuzz here in Saffron. A couple of them are actually contracted under the Lin family.
May I
Interesting.
roll to overhear this?
You don't have to overhear it. You're right there. He's basically
Oh,
talking to
yes.
us.
Actively trying to get you to hear it.
Oh, that reminds me. Pulls out a note. I think I have a job, but it may just be a coercion.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Why?
Can you
We
elaborate?
should not leave you on your own.
Well, you see, after side eyes to Upton, somebody decided to wreck a car.
I didn't decide to wreck a car. I decided to catch a Pokemon. Things went bad.
And you're very good at it.
After
you.
someone decided to catch a Pokemon haphazardly and then run, I have been
Smashing a window and setting off an alarm. I don't even know how you set off an alarm.
You
Yeah,
basically-
I don't think I've ever seen the car with a car alarm before. That seems like it's newfangled technology.
Honestly, I hadn't either.
Newfangled
But it
and
was scared me as
high-end
much as anyone else.
technology that is kind of rare in this decade.
well, whatever
Really bad luck on my part.
whatever the mechanical aptitude of this motorized vehicle holds up note. I now have to do something for this. Reads Officer Gibbs.
You gotta pay a ticket?
No, I have to, I guess, pick up a package and then deliver it. I guess I'm a mailman now.
Oh yeah, okay.
The hell
So
is community
Durst,
service?
don't panic. But you did one of the things I said you probably shouldn't do, and that's get indebted to the Lin family.
Well, I didn't rightly have a choice after side eyes again. Someone fled, leaving me alone with a smashed up car.
Hey, last I checked,
You
you
said
go to
you were
the
talking
Pokemon
to
Center. I didn't know
a
you were
police
there.
officer.
You were running back to go scare that cat. You didn't have to do that.
That is the last time I attempt to save you for anything.
Cool. If I have to die
The
for the
police
story, I shall
officer.
die
I
for the
don't
story.
know how you ended up in debt to the Lin family if you were talking to police.
Because the police are part of the Lin family, Madeline. They
That doesn't make any sense. They uphold the law. I don't get it.
not these ones.
You,
Not in Saffron.
You poor
What-
innocent.
What do
You have no
What do
idea.
you mean? What do you mean? They would never. What? You're saying that cops sometimes do bad things? I don't.
Yeah, it's unheard of. Now, Durst, we really got to get this over with as soon as possible. What was the time frame they gave you?
I think I had like 7 days.
Oh,
Kind of a long time,
okay.
really.
And he's gonna say, "Can I see that?"
Just a
He's gonna ask for the
subordinate?
piece of paper.
Sure. Hands him the paper.
Look it over. To the city. To the city. Oh God, Thirst. They have you as a courier, a drug courier. They're sending you a
Yep.
shipment over to the biggest drug lord in all of Kanto.
Okay.
Oops.
Thirst, I'm just saying, you got to make sure this delivery goes off without a hitch. If there's any problems, that's it. That's it. There's no, hey Jimmy, you got to pay us $100,000 a month until your debt is paid off. Oh, there's the little joke. Our interest rates are so high, you can never do that. There's none of that. They'll just kill you.
Well, that about sounds
luck.
right. Thank you. I need a map.
Sure. Hackman, get us a map. And Hackman's gonna begin, rapidly typing. And,
Map quest.
yeah, he's gonna print off a very slow and print off a piece of paper that is a rough map of Kanto. That's just in squares for the cities and lines for the routes. It looks like the old school red and blue map.
I was hoping it would look like
Nice.
that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Can I try and I guess plot out a time frame for how long it would actually take to get this little side job done?
Jimmy will say, with public transportation, if you actually just take a taxi down to Vermilion and catch the train in Diglet Tunnel, the train will take you right there. It'll take you over to Pewter City.
You're going to get on a train with a packet of drugs?
Got a
Seems
better
like it.
idea? You want to walk there? It's a good way to get jumped, huh?
And that's
I
the
mean,
point.
okay, well, your definition of jumped is like 5 kind of angry P-dubs. So,
He's gonna cross his arms. Just gonna bet you couldn't beat those P-dubs.
Jimmy,
It's just me, you know. It's just Jimmy and
J-
Dizzy.
Jimmy.
I think 4 grown people can take
Oh yeah, well
whatever it is you're afraid of.
I'm not 4 grown people, okay? I'm one Jimmy and Dizzy. Them P-dubs were nothing to mess with. I mean, I swear to God, even one of them, it seemed like he had arms.
It's just a very swole pigeon.
What do you mean arms?
I mean, like
Like,
he formed a fist and punched Dizzy in the face, and Dizzy's gonna nod.
Intriguing.
what is wrong with the Pokemon here?
He's gonna shrug.
They're tough.
Like I can't get over the horrible mental image of like a normal pigeon, but like with buff human arms.
For the first time since I've ever met Jimmy, I have started, like, I look genuinely afraid.
They'll be like, you know where this thing was? I'd like to get a picture of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine eventually they're gonna come back for P-Dub Street, right? But for now, it's Jimmy's stuff. So
Well,
I don't know.
I guess
Dizzy
I
ran him
should
off.
go pick up this package. I'm gonna start looking out for where it said it would be left.
Okay. It's going to tell you that it would have been left in. There's going to be a locker number and a locker code for the Pokemon gym here in Saffron.
Well, I
Maybe
guess
we
this
should
was
go then.
something we can take care of along the way. After all,
Yeah.
We do
we
need
got
to do a little surveillance at the gym. So 2 P-dubs, 1 stone.
all right.
Why would
Or in
you
my
say
situation, 5 P-Dubs, 1 Dizzy.
Let's
that? One Jimmy.
all right. Let's get a move on.
All right.
Hey,
Ashton.
hey Jimmy, before we go, I have just like a quick little question.
Sure. What's up?
What is your acting expertise, and have you ever faked your death before?
He's gonna say you'll see him straighten up his lapel a little bit on his leather jacket, and he'll say, "I'll have you know, I played the leading role in a high school play."
Oh,
And have I
really?
faked my death? No, because I mean I tried one time, but the person that I tried to go to get all the information, Hackman is like under the Lin family, so he just told them where I was going.
Oh, are you saying this in front of Hackman?
Yeah, Hackman's cool.
Hey,
I-
Jimmy, can I speak to you outside of this room?
I was gonna. I see that now. Oh, he's a theater nerd. Indeed, he's a theater. He's
He's a
one of
drama
the.
kid.
He's a
Theater
Drama
kid!
Yes, let's go.
Let's go!
So Jimmy will step outside with you and say, "Yeah, what can I help you with, Madeline?" And dude's got stars in his eyes.
Listen, there is no way we can get you out of this situation, and at the moment you are the most helpful person we have met. That's not
thank
saying a lot,
Oh,
but it does make you kind of valuable.
oh, thank you.
So, like, I don't. Purely business, going on the record, no emotional attachment to you whatsoever, do not want you to die. Can't we just like fake your death so that the Lin family thinks you're dead and you no longer owe them so much money? Because I don't see any other way of getting you out of this.
So you see, the way that that's gonna work is like if I just die from like an accident, right? Uh, they're gonna go after my family for the rest of the debt, and so the way that I see it is, if I am gonna fake my death, someone's got to be the fall guy, and
Fall guy.
whoever the fall guy, stumble chum, and whoever takes on that responsibility is gonna have to shoulder my debt because they screwed with the Lin family, and their debt is gonna be multiplied, and the cost becomes life, not money, because at that point you're messing with the Lin family's business. Yeah, I tried it,
What
and I
the
promise.
hell did you do to these people?
He's gonna look down and he's going to say, "Dizzy got sick, and I didn't have my
Oh,
trainer ID at the time. I needed money."
no, yeah. I get it. I sort of like look over at Gothita for a second. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
But
What?
I,
thanks for your help though.
yeah, of course, and I promise. Hackman he's a trustworthy guy, right? He may be part of the Lin family, but he's really only stationed here. He's not like in the organization, if that makes any sense. Like, if you own a company that has like 1,000 other chains, he's like maybe a manager at one of the chains, right? Like they don't care about Hackman, but but Hackman knows if he lets something that big go under the radar, he's gonna get in trouble. That's why he ratted me out. But Hackman doesn't care about the Lim family just as much as the Lim family don't care about Hackman. He serves a purpose. That's it. I mean,
A lot of you know a lot about this guy.
yeah. I mean, I hang out with him a lot. We go see movies sometimes.
Oh, that's nice. Do you have friends?
Uh, no, I got dizzy.
Because I'm going to be honest, and I mean this out of genuine care. I do not think he gives a shit about you, whether you live or not. Just the vibe I get from that guy, frankly, that could just be his personality, because he also felt that way about us.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's kind of a dick.
Okay. So
Okay,
what do we do now?
that's a great question. It almost feels like there has been no way out written into this situation that you are in.
I mean, not unless we get a lot of money really, really fast, or you'll become the new head of the Lin
Oh,
family. I don't see anything
oh
like that happening.
Well, then what do you think they're doing in
well,
there?
I don't know. She don't like him that
may,
much, so she might be killing him.
Hmm, maybe.
I,
maybe, maybe we can help you out then.
okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna have to check with my team.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
Just
gonna, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying what I can to make you not die. Um, but it's kind of tricky. I'm, I'm gonna go before they think that I'm killing you or something.
I'm gonna poke my head out and look and check on Dean. He's like, nope, still alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back inside.
okay. Um yeah, so Madeline will walk back in as Horace is knocking on the door. Um like he's inside the room knocking on the door to get your attention. You just open it and walk inside. And Jimmy and Dizzy will exit the area. So now the four of you are in there with Hackman, the computer guy. So what do the four of you decide on? What do you talk about?
You should go sit at a table so that Lin family dude doesn't. I mean, I know what we all it's like. Let's have a group huddle, not where people can hear us.
He's just over there with like what are those called? Those radio antennas and like the satellite dish to pick up noise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, go on, keep talking. It's fine.
Huddle,
Ashton Firth,
huddle.
do you have anything to say?
Ashton Firth is just kind of standing with his arms folded off to the side, the darkest part of the room he can find.
Okay.
Nice.
Hackman is going to be fighting you for that corner because you'll notice that Hackman has gone over to the corner, is facing it with his camera over there, and is just like huddled into the corner.
So, do you mind?
Oh
Hackman is
yeah,
a strange individual.
You could take a turn. Yeah, that's. He's gonna go sit at the conference table like a normal person.
Ashton just kind of settle in.
All right. So the rest of you, you do have the Jimmy situation. It's been a long night. Might be time to head wherever you're gonna head. And get some
I'll try to
sleep
be
for
like-
you all.
I'll turn and be like, so what was the, like, what's going on with Jimmy?
Do we have any plans to rob any banks anytime soon, or like take on any mob families?
We could always work it in. I mean, we're already trying to steal Pokemon from the gym leader. No one
Right.
said that's all we. No one's. And the gears in Upton's head are kind of turning. Is like, we might be able to do something interesting here.
I think our plan of action here is to go through with our assignment from our actual real life boss
Mhm.
that we were given first and have kind of sidelined the entire time.
That's kind of what I was gonna be like. No, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like,
Pick up the locker that contains copious amounts of hard drugs on the
Yes.
way. Complete that task, go to Pewter City, make sure that Horse doesn't get completely murdered, and then
Fair.
maybe also do the same for Jimmy, since he is like our only ally and informant. I would not count Hackerman. He's I don't like him, frankly. I don't like him.
Fair enough. So yeah, let's.
But first we should like sleep.
Probably the idea.
Because I have not spent being up this late, being this sober in too long.
Yikes.
Don't worry about it.
Where do you decide to lay your head for the night?
I guess the Pokemon Center, since
Yeah,
we have the trainer IDs. Yeah.
Okay. Is Ashton Firth
Rockefeller.
Is Ashton Firth above sleeping at the Pokemon Center?
That depends. Do I have any money?
You do not.
Then he will have no choice, but he will do a grumbling the whole way.
All right. You'll head off to the Pokemon Center, check in with the nurse, and check into your rooms, and you'll be given some time to sleep. Around what time are you guys aiming to wake up?
We went to bed at like 5 in the morning.
Yep.
We were going to the gym in the daytime, right?
That was one of the things you guys wanted to do, yeah.
To spy. We should all have talked about what we were gonna do before we went to bed.
Okay. You want to call it like a solid even and just say like noon?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
7 hours of sleep, that's not bad.
You'll rest up till noon, and throughout the events of your first night and earning your licenses and everything, each of you has gained yourselves a player level.
Hey.
Stephen Gregory is going to level up to level 6 as well.
Awesome.
We'll go over level up a little bit later. But you awake in the Pokemon Center, bright and early. Still sort of a cool autumn day, and there are trainers milling about downstairs, in and out. Because it's midday, there aren't many that are just hanging out there. Most of the ones coming in there are getting their Pokemon healed and then heading out.
Is my trainer level supposed to be 1 or?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
trainer
that's
your
what
trainer
mine was.
levels started at 1. Your trainer level is
Okay.
now 2.
Okay, cool. Just making sure that nothing weird going on. Alright, continue.
So down in the Pokemon Center, there are people moving about, but do keep in mind it's still during the Kanto Open, so there's not a whole lot of people. Excuse me, in the Pokemon Center right now. So, still sort of a quiet city, all things considered. What do you all do?
Alright. Let's all turn to everybody's like, alright, let's take stock of what all we've got to work with here. We've got our job that we gotta do. We have
We've got
Durst.
the bounty placed on Durst's head.
That's technically not a bounty, but okay.
I
And then
well, it's
we have helping Jimmy.
which is I guess optional. We could just not do that and figure it out. But I would rather help him.
I'd say so. So, easiest way to hit most of these goals at the same time would be to start off by going over to the gym and surveying around and sneaking and seeing what's up.
All right. Okay. Do you guys go as a group, or do you all want to head
I
over there?
think that while somebody's getting the locker, you can have somebody going in for a battle, not necessarily trying to win, but just trying to keep the gym leader occupied, and possibly also have somebody trying to sneak around. Cover all avenues of approach at the same time. We are
Okay.
on a time limit all of a sudden.
We still need input. What do you think, Ashenfrith and Durst? What do the two of you say?
Yeah, lad.
Sounded like he threw up because you stopped talking.
Blech. Terrible plan.
Rude.
All right, we'll start Ashenfrith. What do you say on this matter?
That sounds absolutely wonderful, I'm sure. But I will follow in my own kind, thank you. I'll just kind of
Really?
like follow along like 20, 30 feet behind everybody else, just kind of like eyeing the passersby as they
Okay.
walk.
How about
Fair.
Durst?
I do like the plan of, I guess, getting this package delivered first. And I guess if it kills 2 birds with 1 stone, that works too.
Why does he using that phrase?
I don't know. You see the birds around the city? They kind of mean. Like they kept beating up
Yeah,
Jimmy.
but that's not like a reason to kill them.
Let's say to kill them, just ding them a little bit.
That is exactly what is being said in the phrase, is to kill them.
Madeline has a point. I did say to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right.
They are correct.
Alright, we'll just hit the birds. Anyways.
Knock out 2 birds with 1 rubber bullet.
We're just gonna put a big box over 2 of them and call it a day.
Yes.
Like one of those little cartoon traps with the stick and like rope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Catch 2 birds with 1 trap.
Except it's 5 P-dubs and 1 Jimmy. Jimmy's the bait.
Catching 5 P-dubs with 1 Jimmy.
Yeah.
So
If
moving.
we ever talk to another person, we're going to be incomprehensible.
You have so many layers of inside jokes that no one has any idea what you're talking about.
Mhm.
We've known each other for a single night.
Yeah.
That's a
You'll
good
head.
situation for a criminal enterprise because now no one will know what we're talking about.
It was a
We
very
make our own things
traumatic
happen.
night.
For you.
Yeah.
I had a lovely night. Well,
I
until
was good. I got to
scared
break a
the
car.
shit out of me.
You'll head
Us.
forward onwards to
But
the
I had a lovely night.
Saffron Mall. And the giant skyscraper again before you. I believe I said it was 14 stories, but each story is has like a 30-foot ceiling. Like it's incredibly tall. And each floor has department stores, and you can see something that looks like it's a museum up there because you see like some sort of skeleton on display. And there are people going in and out of this place pretty rapidly. Even with a large amount of the people in the city out of town for the Kanto Open, there's still plenty of traffic in the mall right now.
I'm fighting the urge to be distracted by literally everything in this place.
And Ashton Firth, you said you were hanging by, just sort of watching the passersby. Are you just being like a lookout to make sure that you guys aren't being followed, aren't getting weird looks?
He's looking for people he could potentially scam.
Oh, okay. So
I'm just walking around casually getting pictures of, like, ooh, that looks neat.
So you're
Yeah,
looking more like a
the-
tourist angle up then.
Yep.
And on the way there, Ashton Firth picked up just a random rock that he found and put it in his pocket.
Okay.
Like a
I've
good
probably
fist size
changed.
rocket.
I probably changed out of the team uniform at this point, both because I wore it all night, and also because it would be a little bit suspicious walking in bright daylight in it. I'm just wearing a very casual looking, period typical outfit.
All right.
Giant sunglasses though, obscuring as much of my face as possible.
Okay. Ashton Firth, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. You'll see a pretty young businessman. Looks to be early 20s, carrying a briefcase, three-piece suit, very slender, combed over hair, like that typical salaryman look. And he is, you'll see him like flipping through the pages of a stock exchange manual as he walks by.
Okay.
That'll be someone interesting, and you'll sort of get that idea of like, if you were looking for someone to scam, this kid who's green behind the ears or wet behind the ears is definitely the mark for you.
Okay. Ashton Firth is just kind of gonna tail behind this guy for a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of see if he work a plan.
I think he's pretty invested in the book, and I don't think like a block would be long enough for him to catch on. So we'll say you'll walk for probably like a block and a half before he sort of like picks up, gets that feeling of eyes on the back of his head. Go ahead and roll me a stealth if you're wanting to stay hidden. If you want him to notice you, then
Yeah, I'll roll that stuff.
okay. Yeah, he'll sort of turn around, look back, and he's just sort of he sees you in the crowd, but doesn't see you as the person who seems to be looking at him. You've blended in pretty well.
Okay.
We'll continue on, and you'll see that he'll turn into a banking firm. It seems to be one that handles business investments.
I will follow him into the banking.
All right. So heading inside, typical office building, very short carpet, fake plants, wooden desks, a bunch of people with big hair that they've combed over. Going to be a blonde guy who's going to step up. He's got a pencil that he had been chewing on. Going to walk up and say, "Can I help you, sir?"
Excuse me, sir, but I believe you're asking if I You should be asking if I need to see the VIP room.
Oh yes, definitely so. Yeah. I will have to ask and make sure. That sort of language being thrown around here typically indicates up and upwards of 7 digits, right?
Quite right, sir.
Ah,
My family is quite well known in this establishment.
good to hear, sir. Name's Clayton, and he's gonna extend his hand to you. This is definitely like that sort of high society sort of look that you are typically accustomed to.
Clayton, how droll! What an honor to meet you, sir. I am Ashton Firth Dean Hobblegrave III. You may know me already.
Ah, yes, I have heard your name, Mr. Hobblegrave. Now, here to make some investments with our firm, there's a couple of things you need to know, and we'll sort of like trail off as he's walking you back. The rest of you over at the mall, what are you doing?
Like, I look around. Ashton Firth is nowhere to be seen. Like, where the fuck did Rockefeller go?
Wolfgang is like, well, if he's gone, he's gone.
You guys roll me a perception
Okay.
check real fast. Just a quick little
Oh.
one.
Perception.
Yeah.
Rolling for me.
You guys see. Okay.
There we go.
Oh wow.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
You
So
can see.
So Upton and Madeline, the two of you are going to spot someone sitting on a bench just inside the mall. Past the revolving doors going into the main lobby area, there are several like cushioned benches set up and some food stalls along the side that are built into the sides of the walls. And you will see Jimmy sitting there with Dizzy. He's got a big paper cup that he's drinking soda out of with a bendy straw. He's just sort of sitting there alone.
Here we go. Say hi to Jimmy.
Must be.
Say again?
Alright. It's kind of sad and pitiable. We should probably do something about that.
Durst, are you going in with them?
Durst has been staring at this revolving door for 3 minutes straight.
Has he
Huh.
never encountered a revolving door?
No.
Was there not one on the Pokemon Center?
Nah, no, it would have been like a push door.
Sliding door.
Oh.
Like,
Like
There's-
looking at Durst, I'm like waving my hand in front of him. Hey buddy, what's wrong?
What? Oh, what? Oh, what?
You just you look a little confused there. Did you
This-
get hit?
That's no. Just that's some pretty fancy technology right there.
Wait,
Oh,
the door?
yes.
I look at the door. I look at
It's-
Durst. Yeah, I guess it is. Are you not? Okay.
We
I was blunder straight past like peak human innovation. Let's keep moving.
Is it going to be like Elf, where you just get stuck in the revolving door because you don't understand how it works?
let me hold on. Is there?
There's technology
He's
education
rolling
if you are dedicated to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm rolling to see if you can.
Hey,
stop the
that's actually
revolving
pretty
door.
good.
Hey, not bad.
So with the 10
Yes,
on
that's
2d6,
Durst.
yeah, you got the hang of it pretty fast. You're like, I don't know why I never thought of this, and you'll push your way inside and head into the mall, and as you guys step in, Jimmy will turn over and say, "Hey, you actually came, Durst."
Yep.
Through the door behind him, even.
No, man. That's,
Yeah,
ooh,
I told you
Not
I'd show you the
something I thought
mall.
would be a problem.
that was quite the ride.
Yep.
Like a theme park.
A theme what?
Never mind.
You poor thing.
I don't talk
Where are
about
you
I don't
from?
talk about your financial standing.
Fair enough.
He's like, I went to public school. So heading into the mall, Jimmy exclaiming at you all. I didn't think you were actually going to come along, Durst.
Why not?
I don't get the vibe that you like me very much.
Hmm.
So that's what I'd be read off of him.
Say again. You broke up.
So that's the vibe you read off of him?
I mean, I get that vibe off a lot of people. You know, it's a very common feeling for old Jimmy. But you know,
Yeah, I
if
wonder
you
why.
remember in the last session through continuity,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have remembered that I was supposed to show Durst the mall, so I showed up
Oh,
today.
yeah.
Ah,
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So, well, this is the mall. Show me stuff.
All right, yeah, come on. And he's gonna sort of wave along, cue montage with upbeat '80s music as you walk throughout the mall. You will find. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What is legally distinct Radio Shack?
Radio Hut.
So Durst is just going to be standing there, mouth agape, eyes bewildered in front of this radio hut. What are all these? What?
Yeah, they got some pretty cool stuff in there, like Sunny Entertainment Systems and speakers and stuff. You can get cool little RC cars in there too.
What it?
I get the feeling that Durst is simply a time traveler and or an alien.
using up all his bandwidth.
They sell.
He's been frozen for 100 years.
How do you get the? Do they drive the car around for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some
God.
sort of like little tiny Pokemon that's like 2 inches tall. They make it get in the little car and make it drive it around. You use the thing in the hand to tell it what to do.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty high tech stuff. But come on, I'll show you the rest. And he'll lead you around the mall.
Durst is suddenly gonna like stop and like look around at the floor, making sure he's not stepping on any RC Pokemon car.
um, and you'll find throughout the rest of this place there is going to be a clothing store. There's going to be a photo studio, an arcade, a pretty sizable arcade in here as well, a pet shop, and there will be a fitness center and a dojo / dance studio. You'll find.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. Where's Winona?
Winona will be like chewing on your pant leg in the back.
All right. At least I know she's there. I'm gonna keep walking.
Now that you guys all have sort of an idea of what's in there, I'm gonna cut back to Ashton Firth, and we'll get back to you in just a moment. So Ashton Firth, you've been taken to a very affluent looking office. It looks like an office that was made to show off money. So you've got all that nice marbled hardwood, nice carpet. Everything is pristine, clean. It smells super nice in here. Um, got a record player playing some very nice classical music that's very low volume. And there's a man sitting behind the desk, um, who he's a very very old man. He looks like he's probably in his 80s. Um, Slouched over, white hair that's parted over, big brushy mustache, and he seems to be filling out paperwork. And Clayton will lead you in, open the door, and say, "Right in here, Mr. Harblegrave."
Thank you, kind sir. All in.
Close the door. And what do you do from here? The man doesn't even appear to acknowledge your presence.
Would you say that I already know this man?
Um, let's do a sort of check to determine if that is the case. Um, and this will just be more of a fate check rather than your character remembering or anything. Let's do a focus check. 5. I will say that you do not know this man.
Good afternoon, my good sir.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Can I help you? Who let you in?
It was your good man Clayton. I would like to speak business with you, sir.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure you could tell and have heard of us before. We are an investment firm hoping to make all of your investments triple profit as per our agreement on most of our contracts with our business clients. We do have other um, other applications for investment that could see you even higher profits, but those, I'm afraid, are restricted to those with uh, significant sums of money, to put lightly. Now, what sort of markets are you looking to invest in?
I was most interested, sir, in the electricity, power companies, that sort of thing.
I see. Yes, Magnum Electric is a up and coming company for Kanto, and already has a foothold in a couple of other regions as well. That'd be a very smart investment to get in on this before their new power company is completely built.
Ashtonfirth's eye will twitch at the mention of Magnum. Um, I've walked myself into a weird spot. Yes, indeed, sir. Magnum Electric is quite popular these days, is it not? I would like to acquire stocks in this company.
All
How may
right.
I
Well,
go about doing so?
he's going to produce a book and lots of ledger entries as well as newspapers showing stock increases and different types of data sheets on Magnum Electric. It seems like it's been a pretty popular topic as of late, so he has been gathering a lot of information on them as far as their financials go. So he has a lot of information for you. It seems like each individual stock is pretty steep right now. They are a very, very powerful company, as you are so painfully aware. Um, and so this comes to no shock that their stocks are very high just to even purchase one.
Ashtonfirth is just gonna leaf through the book
Okay. You'll
and
sift through, and that'll be pretty much the data that you gather. It seems pretty much like the projections based on a new construction project that's underway somewhere in the region. That once that's completed, the profits are going to skyrocket as they have covered a new area in Kanto.
are there any names on there?
You won't see any employee names, um, but you will see that they are trying to build west of Viridian and try and supply power to several buildings along Victory Road up to the Indigo Plateau.
Interesting. He's going to just kind of absorb that information and then look to the guy at the desk and he'll say, "Oh, goodness me, they really have gotten up in these days, huh? Well, sir, I'm afraid I don't have enough on me to cover the stocks I would like to purchase. However, my family has been very kind to this establishment, and I'm sure you could find it well within your grasp to find my way into a couple shares."
Can you do me a charm check? I will say charm or guile because you are lying about your parents.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Guile.
Okay. And he'll say, "Oh, have they now? I don't believe we've met, and you look like a rather mature fellow yourself. Who are your parents?
My father was Ashton Firth Dean Harblegrave II, sir. I'm sure you will remember us as the owners of the most prestigious power company in all of Kanto at one point.
I believe I do remember that. Yes. He's gonna sort of scratch his chin. Clearly, memory seems to be escaping him, but he's gonna believe you. And he'll tell you, yes, sure. Just I'm sure that your banking institute could cover a couple of stock costs as an upfront investment for their own. So just fill out this information here, and he's gonna give you a slip of paper to write down. He'll tell you that this will insure you at least 5 stocks or 5 shares, which isn't going to be a crazy amount, but as far as each one um, as far as each stock goes, it's probably going to net you around 5,000 Poké Dollars. Or they'll have the value of 5,000 Poké Dollars.
Okay. So I don't think you quite understand. My family has donated a hefty sum of money to this establishment over many years. I don't believe you need the information that you are requesting.
No, but we've got to put it on file for you somewhere. How will you be able to access your stocks?
Sir, if you do not find a way to give me these stocks under the table, I'm afraid I will have to have a word with your superiors.
He's going to squint, say, "You don't right know who I am, do you?
Should I?
My name's on the front of the building."
Ooh.
He'll look down at the paper and say, "Here, for now, you can use this wire transfer number to have it shifted to an account of your choosing. We'll lift it here for now. This is a secure account that only I can access. You can keep your 5 shares as thanks for what your family has done, but consider your behavior and this favor even over the years."
Very well, sir. Collect his papers and he'll leave the room.
As you exit, Clayton will do that cheesy businessman smile where he sort of puts his arms out like, "Ah, yes, Mr. Harblegrave. Um, any big investments you made today, sir? Any further help you need from me?"
Oh dear, sir, I believe that is quite confidential, so I will ask you to leave it at that.
All right. Well, I do pride myself on my confidentiality. If you ever need a personal agent for investment, you just call my name, and he's going to extend a business card in between 2 fingers.
Ashton Firth will take it and he'll put it in his breast pocket.
Okay. All right, and you'll head out of there, back over to the mall. Now that you've gotten the little tour, um, what interests you all? What is I know your goal was to go to the gym, which you know to be in the mall. What do you want to do from here?
While Jimmy and Durst were going on their little best friends montage through the mall, I wanted to stop and talk with Upton,
Okay.
see if we could scheme.
Oh, muted. All right, what we got?
Okay.
What you thinking?
Are we going to have someone in the actual gym, fighting legitimately, so that we could uh, keep some attention away from the back office area
Wouldn't be a
for
horrible
somebody
idea.
a little more sneaky to walk around?
Not a horrible idea. Not at all. Who do we think would be best fit for that?
Well, I know it can be quite distracting. On a scale from like 1 to 4, how stealthy would you call yourself?
About 2.
I would also put myself there, but I know how to put on a performance, or at least I did. So maybe I'd be better off going into the front lines and you, especially considering your performance back at the racket, go back into the backstage area and see if you could find anything.
Man, all I need to do is find a TM for scoop that isn't just back, and then you can actually pull my weight. But
Maybe you could find a TM back there,
I like this
or
idea.
like a key or something.
I like
Or
this idea. And plus,
bribe.
if I get caught, I am not unfamiliar with making up reasons to be places where I'm not supposed to be.
Concerning. Love that. All right.
Anything for a story. Like come on. Like this is my job. This is what I do.
I'll go get signed up and we can wait on Mr. Cowboy there. I could have sworn there were 4 of us. Why do we keep disappearing? What is going on here?
I don't know. You old guys gone? Were we walking too fast or like what?
Ah, yeah, their hips probably broke on the way here. Well, I guess it's just the youngsters, the dynamic duo. I don't know, man. I'm trying not to make this awkward, but it is.
What are you talking about?
Okay. No, nothing. Nothing is awkward, and you are very good at navigating social scenarios.
That's the first.
Yep. Case in point.
And
Okay,
from here
I'm
you'll
gonna go
hear,
get signed up.
"Hey, Durst! You ever seen one of these before?" And he's gonna point at a theater.
What is it?
It's a moving pictures place. You ever seen a moving picture? They call them movies.
Moving picture. How do you get a picture? Do you yell at it? What?
It's the 1980s, not the 1880s.
You're gonna see a couple. There's gonna be 4 movies playing, and up above the theater entrance, you'll see it on the sign placard. You're gonna see the movies
The
Return
marquee.
to the marquee. You're gonna see Return to Our Time. You're gonna hear, or you're gonna see Who Framed Raj the Raboot. Honey, I used Minimize on the Kids, and Go Batman.
Oh my god.
I love it.
You'll see a movie poster for another one that's coming soon called Dance Town.
I need you to understand that I would actually go and watch Goal Batman.
Which matters, like, at least I know what a movie is.
At about this time, Ashton Firth, you've entered the mall, and after walking around for a bit, you will spot them, sort of grouped together. Where would you guys say you would be having your conversation, Madeline and Upton? Would you be grouped together, like sitting at a table? Would you be standing on a
Yeah,
bench?
I'm pretty sure we just stood where we were left. Like
Okay.
they walked away from us and we didn't go anywhere.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, Ashton Firth, you'll regroup with these two, and Jimmy and Durst will be on their return trip. They'll be pretty close.
I would have thought you died.
No, I was purely conducting some business.
That's unwarrantedly vague.
And Durst, you and Jimmy will return here back to Upton and Madeline. And Upton, Madeline, would you like to give a bit of a recap to the other two to catch them up to speed on what the plan is?
I'll let Upton recap it since
All right.
I've done a
All
lot
right.
of talking.
All right. So let's set the stage. He's gonna get kind of not theatric, but he's gonna be like sort of trying to command these. All right. Here's the game plan. So we need to get into this gym and do some sneaking around in places where we don't really need to be. So we need some way to keep a lot of the staff distracted. So we figured Madeline here, she can put on a good show and do pretty good job distracting while she does an official challenge of the gym. At the same time, I will sneak back because while battling is not my forte, I have some experience with minor infiltration. I don't want to say breaking and entering. It's infiltration. So I will infiltrate some of the back offices and start looking around. Madeline, what do we think that Durst and new guy are gonna do in this plan that we've got going?
As long as she doesn't have a single dark ghost or bug type Pokemon, I can keep her distracted for a while.
I think that we had the information saying that this is a fighting type gym, so
Oh,
your little friend there is pretty well suited for it.
yeah.
So we've got someone going around back to infiltrate. We've got someone in the gym doing some distractions. Do we need anyone else running any kind of recon or additional distracting?
We should probably have someone behind you making sure that nobody's coming after you.
Fair point.
I believe I can help in that.
Exceptional. So that just leaves Durst. Durst, what are you kind of thinking?
His eyes will slowly drift back over to the pet store. I think I may have a plan.
Hey, that's great. Is it going to get all of us caught?
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
And from there, we're gonna take a break.
Oh.